My name is Dr. ACadeMiqPlus. I'll be talking about logistics. What is logistics? Logistics is the management of inventory at rest or in motion. That's a very simple definition and very straightforward. Logistics encompasses all of the information and material flows throughout an organization. So we look at the scope of logistics. Logistics involves the integration of purchasing or procurement, production, packaging, inventory management, storage or warehousing, transportation, maintenance, distribution, import or export, shipping and receiving, customer service, and relevant information flow within a business unit. When we're talking about logistics, a business unit is highly emphasized. The scope of logistics spans an organization from the management of raw materials through to delivery of the final product. So when we're talking about logistics, there are diverse resources that could be managed, such as time, information, food materials, tools, raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, component parts, and machineries. Right now, we're going to talk about the types of logistics. We have the inbound logistics and the outbound logistics. The inbound logistics emphasizes primarily activities in the value chain alongside operations such as purchasing or procurement, warehousing, transportation of raw materials, or work in progress for storage or production purpose. In short, it involves all the activities at the upstream part of the value chain. We have the outbound logistics. Primary activities in the value chain alongside marketing and sales are highly emphasized. We have distribution and transportation of finished goods to end users. The downstream part of the value chain is also highly emphasized. Right now, we are going to talk about the different perspectives on supply chain management and logistics. The two concepts, supply chain management and logistics, can be highly controversial. So right now, we look at the four different perspectives. We have the traditionalist perspective, the labelingist perspective, unionist perspective, and the intersectionist perspective. For the traditionalist perspective, supply chain management is seen as one of the smallest parts of logistics. For the relabeling perspective, the two concepts are used interchangeably. For the unionist perspective, logistics is seen as a component of supply chain management. For the intersectionist perspective, supply chain management is not regarded as a subset of logistics. Rather, there is an intersection between logistics and supply chain management. From this lecture, the unionist perspective that sees logistics as a component of supply chain management is emphasized. In logistics, there is emphasis on materials, products, and information flow through a business unit, whereas in supply chain management, it emphasizes a wider scope which involves networking, relationship management, and linkages of processes among the different parties in the value chain, such as suppliers, manufacturer, and the customers, with the aim of meeting customers' needs. The supply chain management also emphasizes internal and external integrations within and outside an organization, respectively. So supply chain management is broader than the logistics. It focuses on networks of suppliers and networks of consumers. Right now, we're going to look at the logistics and risks. What are risks? Risks are unforeseeable and unplanned disturbances that affect negatively the operations and existence of firms. These risks can emanate from within and outside an organization. Some risks can be prevented by being proactive, while others can only be managed. So we look at the types of risks. We have the demand risks, supply risks, process risks, control risks, and environmental risks. What are demand risks? These are risks that emanate from the downstream part of the value chain. These risks affect the flow of products and information to the market. We have examples such as unexpected demand, fluctuating demand, inaccurate forecasts, loss of major customers, seasonality of demand, erroneous information about others, and many more. We have supply risks. These risks emanate from the upstream part of the chain, of the value chain. These risks affect the flow of information and raw materials at the upstream part of the value chain, that is from the suppliers. Examples are supply shortages, unreliable suppliers, seasonality of supplies, price fluctuations, quality issues of supplies, stock out, supplier bankruptcy, supplier default, dependency on a key supplier, and many more. We have the process risk. These are risks that emanate from infrastructure, processes, and manufacturing operations of a firm. We have examples such as machine breakdowns, IT failures, equipment malfunctions, bottlenecks, lengthy setup times, and many more. We have the control risks. These are risks that emanate from the design, rules, system, and procedures that govern a firm production and management. We have examples such as safety stock policy issues, issues with design of batch sizes, uncertainty of order quantity, poor pipeline visibility, and many more. We have environmental risks. These are risks that emanate from the business environment that a firm is geographically located. These environmental risks are uncontrollable and external to the firm. Hence, they can only be managed. Examples are civil unrest, terrorist attacks, natural hazards, just like COVID-19 that affected organizations globally, unpredictable economic factors, political instability, regulatory changes, strikes, and many more. To emphasize more about the difference between logistics and supply chain management, using Mondelez International as an example, and Bonvita, one of the products. For Bonvita to be produced, so many raw materials are needed, such as milk solid, cocoa solid, sugar, minerals, vitamins, and many more. For logistics, looking at Mondelez International, the immediate suppliers of these raw materials will be emphasized. And looking at the downstream part, the immediate customers, who are the distributors, will be emphasized. However, for supply chain management, Mondelez International will emphasize all the network of suppliers of all these raw materials at different levels, that is suppliers of suppliers of, and from the downstream part, all the customers, from the distributors to wholesalers, different levels of retailers, down to the end users are emphasized. Right now we talk about reverse logistics. What is reverse logistics? Reverse logistics is a process that involves recycling, reusing, and the reduction of the quantity of materials used by companies in order to become more environmentally efficient. Reverse logistics emphasizes the movement of products from the final destination for reuse or proper disposal, such as remanufacturing, refurbishing, rework of defective products or return goods, refuse goods, reusable packaging, return of unsold goods, and many more. In summary, logistics move products towards the customers, whereas reverse logistics move products from customers back to manufacturers for recycling or proper disposal. In this lecture, we've been able to emphasize a lot about logistics, the differences between logistics and supply chain management. We've talked about the risk in logistics, and also we've talked about reverse logistics. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.